Members of the Fly Music Society, welcome back to the channel. So I just saw that Polyphia just dropped a new video. I haven't listened to it yet. I believe I've heard this song. It's off the new album that I have, but it's been a long time since I listened to it actually. So I've heard this before. I haven't heard it since like the day it came out. So it's been a little bit. So we're gonna watch this. We're gonna react to it, do all that fun stuff. For those of you that are new to the channel, what we do here is we watch the video, we listen to the song, I interject here and there where I think is important, and then we talk about the message, we talk about the music. There's not really going to be a message with Polyphia because they're instrumental music, but I might do a double feature here and listen to this new song or new video that they've released, and then we're going to go back to one of my favorites that they released on this same album and talk about that and why I like Polyphia. So without further ado, let's go ahead, let's get into this. This is Polyphia Reverie. I don't know how to say that, guys. I'm dumb. But this is off their newest album, Remember That You Will Die. So let's go ahead. Let's take a look at this. There's like excerpts of their live stuff. So funky, man. By the way, I want to say, Polyphia fans, I've seen them on YouTube and I've seen some of their live stuff. Polyphia fans are incredible, man. They're not one of those pushy fans. They're not one of those like fan bases that are over the top ridiculous about Polyphia and like if you don't listen to them, you suck. They're super open to people's difference of opinion. Obviously, you go to the shows and they're awesome. I just want to point that out because their fans are amazing. You can see from this. Look at that guy with the tattoo. All them harmonics. For those of you that don't know Polyphia very well, they're super keen on harmonics. I'm gonna talk about it when we listen to the other song, but they do so much. They have so many harmonics in their music, and it's not just like they use it every once in a while. It's like they go in and out of it during the same phrase. All right, so the way harmonic works on guitar, you're basically trying to achieve playing a note that's an octave higher than the note you're actually playing. It's generalizing it a bit, but that's the basics of it. And then what you want to do that is you're going to take your fret finger or my left hand and just gently place it on top of the fret. So I'm not pushing down like normal. I'm just placing it on the top of the fret, on top of the string, excuse me. And you get that nice ringing tone. So this is if I play that note normally. It's kind of subtle there. There you go. That one's really noticeable. So the main places you can play this are the 12th fret on all strings, the 9th fret, 7th fret, and 5th fret. There are other frets in between where it works in some spots and others it doesn't, but that's essentially what harmonics are. And what's great about Polyphia is they mix those in to their riffs, which is very subtle, but very difficult, in my opinion, to do, to be able to switch there and that. There's a lot of other things where a riff will require to finger pick, so using fingers to play the strings, and then immediately they have to grab a pick in the middle of them using their left hand to start playing with a pick and back again. So a lot of cool like dynamics on the guitar and technique on the guitar that you don't see other bands do. what makes their sound unique is the fact that they're mixing so many different genres, right? They started off more as like gent, which is really like a different subgenre of a subgenre. So it's like a subgenre of prog rock, really, what it is. They're very unique in that they create simple songs when it comes to like chord progression wise, and then they put like crazy riffs and crazy solos or crazy phrases on top of the simple music. And we're going to talk about that in the next song. But they're all kind of like prodigies. Tim Henson's the most popular one just because he's more vocal and more present on social media, and his personality is pretty funny to me. Clay here is prodigy. Scott's are prodigy. So they're all crazy talented. A lot like I've mentioned, where like Pentatonics has like 5 of the like most insanely talented a cappella singers in the same group. This is like 4 of the top musicians in the same band. It's ridiculous how talented they are. They're real fun. I love Polyphia a lot. Holy shit, that's sick. They always got that drip too. When you see their other videos, they always got the drip. This is a super wholesome video. The thing that's cool so far that I've seen about Polyphia is how tight knit they are. They do streams a lot together, where they go out and they watch other people cover their music and they like grade it and talk about it. But they're always like super close. You can see them how close they are in these images. Really cool to see that. Super wholesome. It's crazy to see like how successful they've become in a short amount of time. It really. I know that they had a following. What was it, 8 years ago? But since then, man, it's just expanded super fast. That bass solo is crazy. This is what I'm saying. Like, it's so wholesome to see them just be like crazy friends, right? Close friends. Just act stupid with each other. I love it. I think you guys found this out when I did my Spirit Box reaction, but I really like the like ethereal sound for bands, and they have a little bit. What a spot I paused it on, huh? And they have a little bit of that, but what I think is really cool about them is they're virtuosic, but yet they create these, like I said before, simple songs. They're like grooves, they're vibes, and they're really funky all the time, and they still have the it's weird. They make the really kind of crazy like time signature changes and you know, all that stuff easy to listen to on the ear. A lot of bands don't know how to do that, and you almost can't really tell that there's these time signature changes. It doesn't feel off. It feels fine, but they are doing them, and they mix rock, gent, dubstep, EDM, all these different genres together in their music, so it kind of has a broader audience. I know that they're very well liked when it comes to like musicians like myself. A lot of musicians like them because they have a different viewpoint, and they kind of understand what it takes to do what they're doing. But it's pretty. I like Polyphia. I know it might not be for everybody, but they're super talented. She's making love to their guitar right now. Oh shit, he staged out. Let's go. Could you imagine living their life, bro? Oh, they're holding hands. How nice. What I like about Polyphia too is Tim Henson and the band, he has a little bit of help, but Tim Henson and the band, they produce all of the music. So it's not like they go to like a production studio and play or have a studio record them and produce it. It's all they record in a studio, and then Tim brings all of that into his home or into their studio and produces it themselves. So it's really cool that it's kind of like self-starter. Okay, so that was their new song, right? But I want to talk about this. So for all of you kind of long in the tooth fans that I have, you might know a little dude named Steve Vai. Polyphia did a song with Steve Vai. It's actually one of my favorites. While the song itself is super, super cool, Steve Vai's part is probably one of my favorite solos in a long, long time. And I'm going to go more into depth. I've heard this so many times. I've seen this video so many times. So this is kind of a rehash, but I'm going to kind of explain to you without going into super detail. I'm not even going to try to play anything that they play because they're ridiculous, and you're going to see it now instead of just hearing it. But I'm going to talk about the structure of their songs a little bit, and then I might dive deeper into kind of how they go about their recording sessions. All right, so this one's called Ego Death, and it features Steve Vai. It's on that same album, Remember That You Will Die. But this video came out before the album was out, so this was kind of like their teaser for it. Tim Henson wants it to be as authentic as possible when it comes to making their videos. So, you know, a lot of bands could just kind of fake that they're actually playing it, but he wanted to actually play it and get it right for the video, even though they're using the actual recording for the sound. So I think they did. He said he did 10, 15 takes of this until he got it right. And by the end of it, he was so pissed off, but he got it eventually. So look, we're all human. We all make mistakes, or we all can't get it up right off the bat. It's an acoustic electric hybrid. I think it's his specific guitar too. Okay, so now that you're actually seeing it, so I want to talk about some of the technique he's using, right? Obviously you have a whammy bar that raises these not pickups, I forgot what this is called right now, the bridge. It raises the bridge and kind of gives it its own little vibrato sound, but it's a different way of doing vibrato. But so those high-pitched notes right there on a guitar are called harmonic. There's multiple ways to do that. There's pinch harmonics, which allow you to do it with any notes on the fretboard. This is a regular G note, right? And just like the other harmonic, a pinch harmonic is going to be a higher tonality. They hear going in and out of that pinch harmonic. Pinch harmonic sounds like a squeal almost, right? So when people use it in solos, you hear that a lot, and especially in classic rock solos. Sounds a little bit different. These are straight harmonic. A lot of people do that, but not a lot of people do it the way Polyphia does, or more so, you know, bands in the genre do it, where they mix it in between regular notes, which is very difficult because you have to think about what you're doing with your fingers a little bit more than usual. Just mix in some finger tapping right there. It's no big deal. Guy runs everything, and by that I mean he's in charge of the whole groove. I know when they're live, he has a laptop there that has a metronome on it, and he has headphones, and it's not because he can't keep a beat. It's because their music requires them to be on beat because of the amount of notes they're fitting in such small spaces. If they go too fast, they're going to not be able to get those notes. If they go too slow, then there's going to be too much space. So it's very meticulous to make sure that they are, you know, on pace for that. All right, before we go into the next section, I want to talk about the music a tad. So the chord progression on this, it's literally it's just 6 chords, all right? And all they're doing is they're vamping those chords throughout the entirety of the song. So it's D minor, C, F, B flat, A. They're just going down basically in A major scale. The B flat here, yeah, it's in D minor. I apologize. So the B flat is what makes you know it's D minor. So it's in D minor. They're just going down D minor, C, F, B flat, A, and then back to D minor. So that's really the whole entire song. But what they do on top of it is what makes the song so great. So let's keep going. D minor, C, B flat, A, each section they change the vibe, they change the rhythm, they change the vibe, they change the rhythm, they change who's at the forefront. Everybody gets their little spiel to be in the forefront and show off their chops, right? The tempo is the same for the most part, but the rhythm is a little bit. One of my favorite parts. What he's doing there is he's sliding up. He's doing a little riff that's going up the fret, or I guess, sorry, down the neck. Most people will slide or do that riff up the neck. He's doing it down. Again, a little bit different, a little bit more technically difficult. There's a lot of syncopation too, where there's stopping the beat, restarting the beat, and you know, they're playing in between beats a lot. That's the syncopation part of it. There he is. We're gonna get into. I'm gonna talk about some of how he's so different compared to other guitarists, and what I appreciate about him. Obviously, he's overdubbed this part. Again, still the same chord progression. It honestly is like he's making love to his guitar. I don't want to stop the solo, but I want to talk about something first. I want you to listen to the way he bends the guitar, okay? How he uses his bends on the guitar. Because a lot of people will just bend into and out of notes, but he does it in different lengths, right? Sometimes it's super short. Sometimes it's, normal length. Sometimes it's super slow, super long bends, and it's him feeling it. It's him like making love to the guitar. Right here. So much cool stuff. They all get to go together. And just to prove that this has multiple influences, including jazz. So cool. Probably my favorite song from them. Stay on the lookout for my kind of in-depth analysis and deep dive into Polyphia and talking about why I think they're great, what makes them great, why I think they should at least be on your radar. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one. It's a little bit different than what I usually do on the channel, but I saw Polyphia came out with a new song. I've been wanting to talk about Polyphia, so this is kind of a sneak peek into what I'll be talking about with that video, but I'm going to go way more in depth. So I appreciate the support that you guys have been showing me. Please make sure that you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. As always, make sure that you go and follow Polyphia, subscribe to them, like their channel, all that good stuff. I appreciate the support, and please do remember that good vibes are contagious.